Good morning, fabulous female entrepreneurs. I hope you're having an awesome Thursday, or that this is going to be the start of your Thursday and you are ready to absolutely go for it. Welcome to day 4 of the challenge. I'm so excited to have you here, and I know that I've pointed out a few people on the emails to say well done for specific things, but I just want you to know that if you are participating in the challenge, regardless of how many videos you've posted or how many social media groups you've purged, I really am proud of you for taking part and for sticking with it, because 7 days actually is a fairly long time, especially when you're not really used to doing social media, or you perhaps don't feel comfortable with using social media or putting yourself out there. So if you have been sticking with the challenge over the last 4 days, then I'm really proud of you. And I just want you today to take a second to just step back and think, okay, 4 days ago, where was I? What was I doing on social media? And how far have I come? And I'd really, really love to hear your journey so far. So if you have got any wins, if you have built new relationships, if you've connected with new people, if you actually are just starting to feel more comfortable on social media and getting yourself visible, tell me, because I really love hearing about it, and I really, really do love celebrating all of your successes. So that's first on the agenda today. If you've got anything to share, do it in the group because I love it. Secondly, today, obviously we've got today's challenge, and today we're going to be talking about your particular story. Now, it's a bit of a weird one for a visibility challenge, and it's possibly the hardest one, I think, of the week, because it requires you to step up, and it requires you to face your fear of actually expressing some vulnerability around who you are. Now, I don't mean vulnerability as in the sense of you may have a really, really traumatic story and past and history and kind of raking all of that up. That's not the case at all. What I mean is you have to actually let people in. In order to build relationships effectively in business, and particularly in the online space, you have to be able to show people who you really are. And that's really, really important for today's challenge. So yesterday you purged your Facebook groups, and I've had so many messages, and I'm so grateful for everybody that sent me a message to say that even if the challenge wasn't around, they would have still kept the Fabulous Female Entrepreneurs group. That's ace. And I'm so glad that you guys are getting a lot out of the group. That's really, really important to me. With today's challenge, it's going to be slightly different because you purged yesterday and you made that commitment to getting really real into the groups that you've decided to stick with. Today's challenge is all about talking to those people, and it's about understanding how you can build relationships in those groups without doing the traditional post with your photo and hello, my name is X and I do X and in my spare time I do X and all this kind of stuff. Now, I'm guilty of this. I do it all the time. Mainly because sometimes I am tired, sometimes I don't have time, sometimes I just don't know the group that well, so I don't kind of know the vibe. But in the groups that you're in, the whole reason that you stayed in them is because you feel that sense of security. You resonate with the group owner. You know that it's a safe space for you, and you know that the people in there are people who will resonate with you and your story. So today I want you to share it. Whatever your story might be, and I want you to get open about it. Now, don't worry if you don't have a made-for-TV Lifetime special story. I don't. And it was something that I used to really stress about. When I first went into coaching, I was seeing all of these amazing women who really had worked their way up in the world. You know, they'd gone from living in horrific conditions, they'd suffered amazing, huge traumas in their childhoods, and they'd gone on to defy all the odds to become these amazing people. And whilst I was filled with respect for them, I was also a bit like, oh my goodness, my story isn't like that. Why would somebody buy into me when I haven't overcome all these objections? And it's simple, because my ideal client may not be their ideal client. And my ideal client resonates with my story, which is very, I suppose, boring when you look at it. But it's my story. And That's the thing, it makes me different because it is mine, and because it is something that really has helped me build my coaching business over the last 18 months. So today it is a big challenge. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone completely, and it's about sharing your why. So what I want you to do is I want you to really sit down and take a few minutes to think about why you actually got into the business that you're in, and why it's so important to you to make it succeed, or to take it to the next level, or to go out and help as many people as you can. So for example, if I was going to be sharing my story, which I will be in a few different groups, I would talk about my background in corporate and how it's actually helped me build effective business strategies for the women that I work with, so that they get business building skills from somebody who has built global businesses. But I would also talk about the fact that I came from a very normal family. I am just that girl next door who kind of grew up with nice parents, who had a dog, who, was one of those kids who did okay at school and never stepped out of line. I was just regular, normal person. And then I went into corporate, and I did very well in corporate, and I was successful in corporate, and I really enjoyed my time in corporate, and I learned an awful lot. And then I got burnt out and tired and frustrated and underwhelmed with the political play, and I knew that I needed to do something different. And I knew that in my heart what I wanted to do was help other women to become the best version of themselves in business, to not be held back by the fact that they perhaps weren't as confident as some of the men out there, to be unafraid to step out from the norm and to put themselves above the bar and say, you know what, I'm ready to be successful, to make them feel empowered and confident. And that would be the sorts of things that I would talk about in my story. And that would be the way that I would explain my journey, is that I've got really big goals. Next year I want to help 1,000 women build their own businesses. That's quite a lot. I don't know what the math is on that. I might need to check it, but 1,000 women is huge. And for me, it's perfectly achievable. And it's something that I really, really want to do. But I want to do it for all the right reasons. I want to do it because I want to see a sustainable, successful community of women across the world build businesses that they love and that actually support them and all of their lifestyle dreams, whatever they may be. Okay, that's the challenge for today. You've got to work out your why, get it onto a story, get it onto a video, between 1 to 2 minutes, no longer than that, and put it into between 3 and 5 Facebook groups. If you have been using the Facebook groups and posting your videos, which I really, really hope you have, and I've seen that some people have over the last few days, please remember to either tag me in them or use the hashtag #VisibilityVictor, just so I can make sure that your points are allotted to you, so that you don't miss out on any of your points that you're potentially scoring for the mini VIP giveaway. I'm so excited about today. I really, really can't wait to learn more about all of you and the reason why you got into business. I'm really hoping that this is going to reignite some passion, that it's going to spark some great ideas, and that actually you're going to go out into those groups, post your stories, and you're going to have women coming to you going, oh my goodness, you are an inspiration. Because that's what I want for you. It's Thursday. We should be thankful, right? I'll speak to you guys soon. Have a great day.